Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the reaction stream for Sunday. And look, game week 3 has been interesting. At the moment, as things stand, I am on a green arrow. Watkins, sorry, I'm watching the game as well with Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. And Gahey has just scored an absolute banger for anyone that's interested. He's, literally just hit an absolute screamer. Like, legit. It was, that was class. It was legit class. That's all I can say, really. It was just really good. So, yeah, let us know what you're doing, how your team's going. I'm on a slight green arrow. Even though I've taken a -4 and I had Cunha captain, I'm still on 43 points after I've taken the hit. So I have scored 47. DIOUF's going to come off the bench for Dorgu with his 10 points, which is quite nice, quite jammy. And I feel like I've deserved a little bit of luck, to be fair. And yeah, I'm glad that it's worked out that way. Could have been a lot different, but yeah, exciting times, exciting times. I'm going to have a look at the chat and see what you're saying. 60 points this game week. Oh, you're doing well. Mateta and Munoz still playing. I mean, you're going to get a few bonus points there, I think, as well. I'm on 50 points, mate. I want to get to 50 points. I feel like every week I've been going up slowly and slowly and slowly, and then one week soon I'm going to pop. I mean, in theory, if I'd just sat there and listened to the card on the deadline stream, I would have ended up on Haaland captain instead of Cunha, and we'd be over 50 points. But it is what it is, and we roll and we go again. So yeah, lots of fun. Villa are horrible. I kind of wish now that Watkins dropped. The reason why I didn't move Watkins out was because of the fact that I thought that Bowen was going to drop Watkins before the deadline, and I wanted to preserve team value. At the end of the day, I moved Bowen out for Haaland, and I mean, they scored the same amount of points. Haaland's going to end up with 9, Bowen's ending up with 9, but in reality, Watkins has done nothing for the third game in a row, and originally that was the plan. Move Watkins out for Haaland. I would have had an extra 1 point something in the bank. It's one of them moves where I sit there and go, it's just not been my season so far. But DIOUF coming off the bench with that 10-pointer does feel quite nice. I mean, it's about time I get some reward for effort, let's be honest, because I've had none this year. But this week, I've actually had a few people return. At the moment, I've got Bruno 10 points. We've got the Haaland 9. We've got the DIOUF 10 points coming on. Well, that's 3 pretty good returns in 1 week. It's just annoying that not one of them was my captain. That's the annoying thing. Watkins almost got there, but he didn't. That's unfortunate. I am still watching the game as we go, so just bear with us. I'm going to get into wildcard draft after this game finishes in about 18 minutes. So again, whack your early questions you've got for game week 4, game week 3. I'm going to read the chat now and try and respond to all your questions. Villa a donkey. Hello from Liverpool. Hello, Lucas. Triple Forest and Triple Villa, absolute frauds. Man, get this season going. Campbell, I feel your pain, buddy. That's unfortunate. I'm thinking of wildcard game week. What do you think? Yeah, a lot of people are thinking about wildcarding. Let's be honest. I chose to get Wood instead of Mateta. I mean, ironically, I'm not going to lie. The only call that the card got wrong in the late mail was Cunha. Every other call's gone either a draw or a win. So the card, again, late mail card calls, they're popping off. They're popping off. And even in the deadline stream, if I'd sat there and listened in the deadline stream and gone, Cunha no captain, Haaland captain, I would have been much happier. If I didn't even bring Cunha into my team, I would have been much better off. I would have captained Bruno and we were on a massive green arrow instead of the small green it is at the moment. 8.2 million. Bateman, I'm on 8.6 million as things stand. I have to check the bonus points, but at the moment, that's what it is. It'd be nice if Sarr could kick a goal here or do something or get an assist, or Watkins could do something. That would also be nice. But we've got 16 minutes of hope, I suppose, and we just hope for the best. I'm on a green arrow at least. Yeah, that's what it's all about at this time of the season. Watkins is horrible. I know Villa just look awful. Let's be honest. Villa look awful. They look like they're out of ideas. It's no good at all. Colm, how are you? Does anybody know the price of Rob Jones ref and FPL? Still pissed off. Oh, that's unlucky, mate. Watkins is so bad he's a waste of 9 mil. He's a waste of 8.9 mil, unfortunately, now, gaming. Should I wait for international break before wildcard or do it before price drop? If you're going to do the wildcard in game week 4, you might as well go now. If you don't go now, you're wasting. Yeah. If you're going to wildcard in any game week, do it as soon as the deadline passes for the previous one, because then you can start making transfers. But be aware, if you've got for example, reindeers, right, and you want to keep reindeers in your team and you bought him originally for 5.5, if you sell him on wildcard, you only get 5.6. But if you want to bring him back, you have to pay 5.7. So just make sure that the people you are transferring out on wildcard, you actually don't want, because sometimes you can actually lose team value that way. And some people just aren't aware of that, because I know some people that have done that previously. At least I captain Bruno. I wish I captain Bruno. Who has good fixtures? I mean, who has good fixtures? I mean, Brentford had Sunderland, and Collins looked like he was on for a big haul. Got the DC points. Would have had an assist if Shard had kicked the penalty, but he missed the penalty, and then all of a sudden went no good. And look, Sar's now down injured. I mean, like, that's just the kind of luck I'm having, isn't it? I'm on 5.8 mil. That's a lot better than me. Is City versus United another game where it can go either way? 100%. I mean, who would have thought that Man United would be above City at this point in the season? Like, no one. Like, how has that happened? City have 1 win, 3 points. Man United have 1 win, 1 draw, 4 points. Let that sink in. That makes no sense in any way. I think Forest defense is gone now. I think you could be right, Scott Flannery. Come on, Konza. I mean, he needs a goal, doesn't he, to do anything here, because he's currently on 1 point unless he's on the DC points. Oh, Saar with the ball through, but Mateta was slightly offside there. I know. I just wish that yeah, well, Creed, I'm always on the same level as you, mate. I've drunk about half a bottle of rum watching the football tonight, and we're good to go. We're watching the games, having a great time. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of a sleep after this live reaction stream. So yeah, just covering your questions. And then we're going to look at a wildcard draft when this game finishes. So just to make sure that my points are up to date and hoping that that is the case. So there's about 14 minutes left of the Aston Villa and Crystal Palace game. Yeah, crazy stuff. What do you think? What to do with Anderson from Forest? 11 DC, man, isn't cutting it for me. I mean, I did say at the start of the year, I hated the Andersons. And unfortunately for those people that went with the Anderson from Nottingham Forest, he averages a high amount of DC points. Unfortunately, he hasn't met the threshold for any single game week so far. I mean, the fact he's landed on 11 DC contributions in every week for the first 3 weeks just feels horribly bad. Oh, it's Saar! It's a Saar goal! I think it's a Saar goal. I'm pretty sure it's a Saar goal. We're looking. Ismaila Sarr has just scored for the D-Unit. Come on, baby. The green arrow's going up. Sar's got up. He's celebrating. It's a goal for the D-Unit live on the stream. We love to see it. Ismaila Sarr goal. Bang, bang, baby. My points. I've hit 50 points. I might have hit 50 points. Oh, my God. We'll have to check. I don't know who threw that in. It was off someone's head. Sar's definitely onside. And he's put it away. That is brilliant. What a finish. He's done well. He's done well. Ismaila Sarr giving me an extra green arrow. That's what we love to see. We love to see it. I can't believe I went live for that and Sarr just scored. That's 8 goals against Aston Villa in his career. This dude loves playing Aston Villa. That's why I brought him in. The -4 has paid itself off. Yes, Cunha sucked ass and sucked as a captain and probably shouldn't have done it. But Sarr has now scored a goal. Oh, is he offside? Oh, he might be off. Nah. I think he might be off. Is he off? Is he on or is he off? Ref is checking it. I don't know what's going on here. He could be off. It stands. It's the Ismaila Sarr goal. I don't care. We're off. That's brilliant. I actually thought then that was not going to count. It looked offside. I thought I looked offside. When I saw the replay then on the screen, it looked offside to me. But hey, we're loving it. Ah, oh, that's brilliant. We love to see it. We love to see it. So there. I think I might be on 50 points now. I'll have to double check. Surely Sarr gets some sort of bonus for that. I mean, he just scored. He just scored a goal. So that's an extra 5 points. So I'm on 48. If he gets some bonus now, I might crack 50 points, which feels incredible. And -4 obviously is including that. So that feels pretty good. Ismaila Sarr with the immediate payoff. I mean, the frustrating thing with the Cunha shout was the fact that Cunha actually looked amazing the first 14 minutes of that game. And it could have been anything. Like, that game could have been anything. Cunha could have definitely returned. Everything went for him the first 14 minutes. Unfortunately, Amram played him in the bloody Carabao Cup that they lost. If he hadn't played him there, he probably doesn't get that injury, I reckon. That's just my personal opinion on that one anyway. Sarr has a goal, FPL Nightmare. You better believe it, baby. He's got a goal. The D-Unit is on a green arrow, baby. We're going up in the ranks. I said this week was my redemption week, and DIOUF, Sarr, Haaland have repaid the D-Unit's faith. Finally, I've got more than 2 returns in the team. This week, I've got 4 returns in the team. It's DIOUF with a 10-pointer, Bruno with a 10-pointer, Haaland with a 9-pointer, and Sarr could potentially be a 10-pointer as well, which is crazy. We love to see it. I want to quit. I don't. I can feel your pain. Palace are genuinely such a fun team to watch. Yes, they are, 100%. I can't believe that I started the stream and then Sarr scored. I was like, this is what the people want. They want the live reactions to the football as it goes in. D-Unit got very excited about it. Oh, here we go. Marlon's just taking the ball. Marlon with a shot. Oh, it's just gone over the bar there. Palace keep their clean sheet so far. Is it triple up on Crystal Palace good for wildcard? I mean, for the next few weeks, you'd say that Crystal Palace triple up looks fairly good. I mean, they're playing pretty good football. I don't know when the Conference League group stages start, but I feel like it's potentially between game weeks 4 and 5, but it could be between game weeks 5 and 6. I have to check the fixtures and how they align, but potentially that's happening as well. Assist. I don't know who got the assist, to be honest with you, Roberto Carlos. I'm not 100% sure on who got the assist. Andrew, how did the game week go? Colin, better but not great. Video out soon. We love to see it, Nightmare. Lacroix with the assist, I think. I mean, that is brilliant if that was a Lacroix assist. I've wanted Lacroix ever since I bought Collins. So if I was wildcarding, we'll get into a wildcard squad really soon, but there's a few players that'll be taken out, and the Nottingham Forest boys, I hate to say it, but I think they're leaving the team. Finally broke 100 points for the season. Yes, Nightmare. I was 5 million and I somehow got a red to 6 mil. That's unfortunate music, Kiwi. Watkins, please. Why do we play FPL? For the pain, FPL MFZ, sorry. 100% going for Munoz and Sarr as my 2 free transfers next week. Munoz better get his first double-digit haul against Sunderland. Well, I hope he does. I'll take it. I actually am considering Milinkovic to Munoz myself for my own game week. I did a -8, only would blank brought in Sarr. Oh, well, I suppose it kind of paid itself off a little bit. Lacroix did get the assist. There we go. The beginning of October, I think Europe. Yeah, so I actually think it's just after the international break, to be honest with you. I'm sure the Champions League starts around game week 5. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident it does because I feel like when Chelsea come to play Man United, they come off the back of a Champions League game. But I could be wrong. Maybe someone in the chat can confirm that. So glad I'm have triple Palace next week without using a free hit or a wild card. I love that. Juve coming on because Dorgu didn't play 100%. That is correct. Dorgu will come on, which is why my score is, 43 points there. I just haven't put him on because that's how I line the team up. So I just wanted everyone to see how I did line the team up. Unfortunately, I did get the Reindeers shout wrong with Even Nilsson. Even Nilsson, 8 points on the bench. And unfortunately, Reindeers with 2 points on field. That could have been different if Haaland had finished a little bit better in the first half, but it is what it is. It was a bit of a line ball decision. But the one thing we learned this weekend is that maybe I was actually correct about Spurs. They turned it up against Burnley, which, let's be honest, they're a 20th place team. Even Man United showed up against Burnley. But they showed up against City, and City have only beaten Wolves, and Wolves currently are last. So read into that what you want to read about City. And then as soon as Spurs played a half-decent team at home, what happened? They lost. So maybe actually I was correct about Spurs all along and they're actually rubbish to own. I'm not sure, but potentially it's definitely something that needs to be in consideration. I'm kind of glad that I didn't jump on the Spurs assets this week. Even though I went for Cunha, I could have gone for Kudus or Johnson or someone else, and maybe I'd be regretting it even more. I don't know. I mean, I'm regretting the Cunha move anyway, because let's be honest, I captained him, and if I captained anyone else, it would have been great. But yeah, it is what it is. We're into the last 5 minutes now before injury time in the Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa game, in case anyone is wondering. At the moment, there's nothing else. Palace starts later because fewer fixtures are, yep, there we go. Newcastle waiting for September, Palace October. All right, so the Champions League starts in September. Thank you, Nightmare. Are you transferring players out this week? And if yes, which players? Yes, I'll 100% be making a move this week. I'll probably move Cunha out and Milinkovic, and I'll probably bring in Munoz, and I'll probably bring in Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. That's my early thoughts anyway. We'll look at that in a second. The fact that Enzo's on penalties, also, I don't know how he didn't get any bonus points in that game. I'm pretty sure he still hasn't got any bonus points. Again, I don't know what you have to do in FPL this year to get bonus points. I mean, he got a goal and an assist, and somehow, a bit like Reindeers in Game Week 1, did not get any bonus points, which seems a bit weird to me. I thought you were talking about Palace Conference. Yeah, sorry. I was just talking about European teams in general. When Kudos over Sarr, should I swap? No. I think if you've gone Kudos, you probably hold, even though now I would say West Ham have a good fixture at home because they showed up against Nottingham Forest and they take on a Spurs team that I'm still very unconvinced about. I think potentially I got the selling wrong. I think I should have sold Watkins instead of Bowen, but that's just one of those things. Unfortunately, the 50-50 call didn't go as well as I thought. I'm really confused about what to do for next week. I want to save my transfers to Game Week 7 so I can bring in Arsenal players, but also want to get rid of Milinkovic. Yeah, I just think that taking hits is fine. I mean, I took a -4 this week and got a green arrow. So, I mean, I'm ranked pretty low, but like, I'm going to probably end up on 50 points with a -4 included in that. So I would have been on 54, -4, 50. That's pretty good. Considering I've got Cunha captain, that's a pretty good game week. I can't sit there and complain about it too much. Even Man United, yeah. Will City beat United? Can you do a card? Yeah, I've actually got the card here. Let's ask the card the question. Early doors. By the way, it called the Liverpool result over Arsenal. Anyone that joined into the deadline stream, someone asked, will Liverpool win or Arsenal? And the card picked Liverpool. So the card's luck, other than Cunha, which has definitely got clouded judgment about, has actually been pretty good. So let's ask the question. Is United going to win or City going to win early doors? Unfortunately, it says City's going to win. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate considering I'm a United fan. So the card's going with City early doors there. It got well outplayed. Should have been bought them a 5-0. Yep, exactly. Spurs looked really bad. SAR simulation. But Forest have really good fixtures in Game Week 5 and 6. Yes, they do. I just think that the double Forest defense has just not done what I thought it was going to do, which is highly frustrating. And for that reason, I don't know. I hate double up defense in general. Hasn't worked for me most of last season, and it has not worked for me at all this season. I've played double Forest defense every single game week, and they've all sucked ass. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to continue with it. I feel like I want a Palace defender instead. Thoughts on Munoz Gakpo against Burnley? Yeah, I don't mind it. Gakpo's definitely got Burnley. I'm probably going to captain Gakpo next week in Game Week 4, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to get Salah. Again, I watched him today and I didn't really think he was in the game that much. So again, I'll probably just leave him be and just that's it. I feel rewarded for captaining Mbumo on free hit this week. Yeah, you did well, Jack. It was between him and Wood, and thankfully I stuck to my gut. I mean, Chris Wood, the Woody Woodpecker, was no good. Sar's down injured again, but maybe he's just milking the clock. I don't know what's going on here, but we'll keep an eye on that as the game develops. But I mean, he's done his job. He's scored. He's wasting time. Great stuff, Sar. Well done. Sar gone hamstring. Yeah, that'd be about right, wouldn't it? I mean, every player I seem to play just seems to get injured. So, I mean, he scored a goal. At least he returned, unlike Cunha, who did his hamstring before returning. Would have been nice if he'd done that like Saka. Get the return, then do your hammy. That'd be nice. Sar yellow card. Sar's looking injured. I knew Villa will struggle. They always do against Palace. Yeah, it's weird. Palace have a really good record against Villa. I didn't realize it was actually that good. Sar injured. Double Forest defense has done nothing but pain. Exactly, Christopher Wharton. He's just got cramp, man. He's literally taken the piss, Sar. I think he's fine. They're just going to make a sub there. Who is good to replace Cunha? I mean, I feel like Enzo Fernandez is the person I'm looking at for my own team. But yeah, it is what it is. How about Munoz in for De Kuyper? I like that as well. I mean, De Kuyper's look pretty bang average, to be fair. I reckon that's probably cramped the way that Sar's walking off. Oh, no, maybe he's not. That actually looks like a hammy, a high hammy. Oh, yeah, he's definitely hurt his hammy. I've just watched the replay. He's definitely done a hammy there, 100%. I only have Milinkovic in defence, but we play Arsenal next week on the bench. I have DIOUF, who plays Spurs, and Esteve, who plays Liverpool. Should I transfer or play DIOUF because Isaac might come? I reckon I'd probably play DIOUF. Based on today's performance, I thought DIOUF was great. Like, West Ham actually defended pretty well against Forest for most of the game. Oh, my God, Palace are through again. Oh, my God, what a ball. Oh, it's almost 4-0 to Palace, but it's not. It's a great save from Bizok or whatever his name is. Bizos. What's his name? Bizzo in goal. What is going on this season? I agree. I would love to know what's going on. I normally like to think that I predict games pretty well. Unfortunately, this season it has not gone how I predicted for most of it. But this week has definitely been better than the first 2 weeks because I've scored more points. So that's definitely helpful. DIOUF's good. He is one. Yeah, I agree. I think DIOUF will be fine. Obviously, he's got the assist. He's got the returns. He's actually now got 2 assists. I think he's got the most assists of any defender this season. So that's pretty cool. He's obviously got the clean sheet today as well. There's no reason to move DIOUF. He's definitely not a priority transfer anymore. Know what's happening with Isaac. He's probably moving to Liverpool, let's be honest. Bad day for Villa. Villa have just been... I think Villa are going to be equal bottom of Wolves. The only team without a... Oh, no, actually, sorry, I lie. They got a point opening day, didn't they, against Newcastle? They played out that really boring 0-0 draw. I forgot about that result. Are you transferring more Liverpool players in? And yes, which players? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to transfer any more Liverpool players in, to be honest with you. It depends. It depends on what happens with Isaac. If Isaac joins Liverpool, I'm going to be forced into a couple of moves, I think. But if Isaac doesn't join Liverpool, I'm probably... what I might do is I might do a -4 and I'll move out Cunha to Enzo Fernandez. And then it's going to be interesting because Sarr might be injured as well. I might actually have to wildcard in game week 4, let's be honest. Because if that's an injury, hamstrings are generally a month. And I can't afford to be sitting there having players not play for like a month, which is not ideal any way, shape or form. So look, if I get too many injuries, I may just wildcard. And the good thing is if, for example, right, if you take a hit during the international break and then all of a sudden you decide you don't want to, like you've got more problems post injuries from international break, et cetera, you can take a hit and then press wildcard and erase your hits. So I'll probably still make my moves early to try and catch price rises and or try and avoid price drops. And then I'll just hope for the best. And if it works out well, I won't have to wildcard. If it works out poorly, I'll just press the wildcard button in game week 4. I got Wirtz and Gakpo with a 6.5 million in the bank. Was planning to go Wirtz to Salah this week. Now I don't know anymore. Yeah, I was looking at free hit game week 4 to have Salah against Burnley. But the more I've watched Salah, the more I've watched the Liverpool, the more I don't want him. Yeah, I think I'd be quite happy I think I'd be quite happy just captaining Gakpo in that game and just rolling with it. Hey, bro, 59 points if it ends how it is. Could be worse, honestly. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one of those things. I'm going to quickly check my rank after that Sarr goal. How many points has it given me? All right, it's loading. It's loading. It's thinking about it. Oh, I've gone up to 47 points, so that goal was worth an extra 4 points. What? Did he get booked as well? And he didn't get any bonus because of it. Either way, I've gained 400,000 places in rank this week. I'll take it. Any kind of green arrow is a good arrow as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, that's pretty good for me. I'll take it. Unfortunate, Sarr. Yeah. I don't think he's in the bonus if he's only getting an extra 4 points. So I'm on 47 points with that Sarr goal. So we take that and we run for the hills. Green arrow with a -4. And the Cunha captain. I mean, If I had captained anyone else other than Cunha, I'd be on a massive green arrow. It'd be nice. I'd probably be in the 6 millions rather than the 8s, but it is what it is. Do you have a current chip strategy? Are you still torn between different options? I want to wildcard in game week 12. That was the original plan at the start of the season. I'm not sure when I want a free hit. I think it's just going to be a week where it just kind of suits my team. Bench boost is going to be pretty similar when I think I've got a good bench. Ironically, I could have bench boosted this week or last week and I would have had 20 odd points from the bench boost. So again, this week I've got 22 points on the bench. Thankfully, someone didn't play. So that means that DIOUF came on. So that's nice. But yeah, that's not going to happen every week. Let's be honest. That's not going to happen every week. The annoying thing is that I paid up 5 mil for Sells, 5.5 for Milinkovic, 5 mil for Collins. And Collins is the only one that's got DC. Unfortunately, I benched his 9-pointer last week. But Milinkovic has been super disappointing. Like, Forest defense have been super disappointing. I don't think there's been a Forest defender yet that has got DC contributions. Like, no one's hit the 10 threshold over 3 games, and everyone thought that Forest were going to get the extra points for defensive contributions. So that's problematic. Like, we don't want that moving forward. And I think for that reason, that's why Milinkovic is in the gun. I feel like potentially I might need to sell him because he's had really no attacking threat. I mean, he did get a head to a corner today, but it wasn't anywhere near the target. And if he's not getting the DC points, which is why I kind of bought him in the first place, and he's not getting the clean sheets, why the hell do I own him? When there's other people keeping clean sheets like Lacroix will have 2 clean sheets after this game at the way if it finishes as it is, and there's about a 1 minute left of injury time. He's had an assist. He's had DC points literally almost every week. He's been such a better asset than Milinkovic. And you would have thought at the start of the season, Lacroix had the worst fixtures compared to Milinkovic, and yet Lacroix's just got the points and Milinkovic has sucked. So maybe Forest just really are on for a crap season, let's be honest. -2 free transfers. Which 2 to transfer out? Palmer, Verts, Jorgen, Strand-Larsen. I think Jorgen Strand-Larsen probably stays at Wolves. That's going to be one to watch after the deadline for the transfers tomorrow. I would probably... Palmer should be okay, to be honest with you, if he's back and fit after the international break. Verts I'd just keep for Burnley. I mean, you've got to play him against Burnley. I mean, game week 4 against Burnley, they were crap. Man United could have smacked 6 past them yesterday. Like, Burnley weren't good. Man United were just sloppy. They were sloppy. Burnley were crap. I'm 90k in the world at 192. Supreme leader. That is fantastic. What a start to the season for you, buddy. Have you played any chips or you just got 192 naturally? Only Aina. Yeah, your Forest defense really poor. But we'll probably keep him for Burnley and Sunderland. Aston Villa still haven't scored this season. I know. It's mad. I mean, the Man United own goals are outscoring Aston Villa at the moment. That's kind of scary in and of itself, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's finished 3-0 to Crystal Palace. Who would have thought that? I did not predict the 3-0 Palace win, especially after they played in Europe. I mean, I'm kind of glad that Sarr scored, but I'm very scared that he's done his hammy, which is not going to be good at all. Also, I'm surprised that Sarr hasn't got any bonus points because he scored, but apparently it looks like he doesn't. And he's been booked, obviously, for the card. I'm not sure what's going on here. I feel like it's potentially wrong. But yeah, it reckons I'm on 47 points, and I'm going to have a green arrow up to 8.4 million, which is, it's a green arrow. I haven't played any chips yet, and I took a -4. So, at the end of the day, you can't really be complaining too much about that. That's pretty good, I reckon. Thoughts on Grealish? I love Grealish. Wow, Villa are getting relegated. Sarah's crap for BPS. Yeah, apparently he is. I don't know if he got booked then. He must have got booked, potentially for time wasting. I'm not sure what's going on there, but yeah, that's pretty cool. So, look, I'm going to do the chat a favor. Everyone's been asking me in my WhatsApp group. So, again, guys, if you want to join the WhatsApp group, just hit the link in the video description. It is free. There's 170 odd people in there that talk FPL when the games are on. It's great stuff. Just make sure you've got good banter because I'll take the piss out of myself. I'll take the piss out of others, and I'll have a bit of fun with it. Villa, you have just been dunked on by Sarr. Brilliant. So let's have a look. I'm going to sit there. Hopefully this doesn't look too messy. And we're going to have a look at what I would do for a wildcard draft. Let's have a look. All right, so that's the team currently as things stand. And look, obviously the FPL site hasn't updated because, you know, they don't have the bonus until after the game. So according to this, I'm on 38 points with DIOUF 9 coming on, but it is going to be 47 with the -4, which, you know, all things considered, that's pretty good. So if I was to wildcard, this is probably what the team would look like. Now, Sells 100% is gone. Like, he's been crap. He's been unbelievably crap. Let's be honest, he's been no good at all. So we're going to have a look at what I would do. I still quite like Evan-Ilson. Watkins probably goes. He's not going to lie. I'm probably bringing back Jared Bowen because I feel like I really got the wrong one out. And look, people are going, how about João Pedro, et cetera, et cetera. I'm telling you, Chelsea, Champions League football, João Pedro has a history of injuries as well, particularly when he played at Brighton and Watford. He's 100% going to get injured at some point. I don't want another injury issue. So I'll probably go with Bowen for real. It's not for free. It's a £5 entry. It is not £5 entry, Creed. Stop sharing rubbish. Game's gone with that Mateta yellow, by the way. Oh, mate, when Mateta scored that goal, how's that a yellow card? I've got no idea. I got 48 points up to 6 million, no chips used. Brilliant. So yeah, if I was wildcarding, I think this is probably what I would do. So let's get out of here. I actually quite like, this is going to sound really retarded, but I quite like Henderson and goal. And I think that I'd leave Dubravka there. I'd go with Henderson. Henderson just seems to keep clean sheets. Crystal Palace are a better team than most people give them credit for. I would definitely get rid of Milenkovic. So for him, it's probably Munoz, sorry. Duke probably stays. The Kuiper definitely leaves. Get rid of him. Also, Dorgu leaves. He's just been poor, let's be honest. So we probably, I actually I wish at the start of the season, I was toying up between Senesi and De Kuiper. I would definitely go Senesi over De Kuiper now. And I kind of wish I'd done it at the beginning of the season. Probably would have been a lot better off, but it is what it is. And I also would have gone, if I'd had my time again, Lenny Yoro over Patrick Dorgu. I still like Collins. I still like him. So yeah, I'd get rid of Cunha and I'd probably bring in Enzo. So Enzo, the reason why I like Enzo, I'm going to pull it up now. So the reason why I like Enzo, and hopefully you can see what I'm talking about here with some luck. Yeah, hopefully it's on. I'm just going to quickly check you guys can see it. You can. All right, brilliant. So Enzo Fernandez, the reason why I like him is he plays 90 minutes every game. Well, most games. He obviously didn't play it in game week 1. But the dude generally is, when Chelsea get a return, this dude's normally involved. Like it used to be Cole Palmer. Now it's Enzo Fernandez. And for 6.5 million, I mean, it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. So if I was wildcarding, I'd 100% have Enzo in there. Potentially, I could even get rid of Evan-Ilson. Now, this is all very dependent on whether Isaac signs for Liverpool or not, right? So if Isaac signs for Liverpool, I wouldn't be doing this. But if Isaac doesn't sign for Liverpool, I'd probably own Ekitike there. And I'd have a 1.2 million in the bank. And in that case, I'd probably get rid of Yoro. And ideally, I'd like Kukurea. I wonder if there's a way of actually making that happen. Let's have a look. Let's go back here. Defenders. There's got to be a way of getting him in. So I'm 0.4 million short. Potentially, I'm not going to lie. I haven't been really impressed with Reindeers that much. Let's have a look at the 5 million midfielders and see if there's anyone there that I quite like the look of. Let's go to midfielders. 5 mil. Oh, I mean, you could bring in Dewsbury Hall, right? I mean, Let's Talk FPL's probably like got a stream going on at the moment with like 10,000 people in it. And he's probably waffling on about Dewsbury Hall getting a 12-pointer on his bench or whatever and coming on for him. I mean, it is an option. He's playing a good position at Everton. It's definitely an option. Is there any other 5 millions I really like? Not really. Yeah, there's literally no other 5 million midfielder I would go for or below. I know Josh King looked pretty good for Fulham, but realistically, I don't think he's that good of an option. I don't actually see any other really good 5 million midfielders. I think realistically, you probably need to go to 5.5. Let's have a look at the 5.5s and see what's there. It says Tavernier, Casado, I mean, really, it probably is Dewsbury Hall, you know. If you whacked in Dewsbury Hall there, he'd be your 8 for Tucker. So then you just play Ekatike, Bowen, Haaland, Enzo, Bruno, Gakpo, and Sarr every week. Now, obviously, if Sarr's injured, that's problematic. You'd then need to get another 6.5 million midfielder. You could go for Paqueta. Paqueta's looked actually really good for West Ham, to be honest, through the first 2 weeks. Hopefully he doesn't leave because he could be a really good option. With no Europe, I think Paqueta could be really good for West Ham. I mean, I've tripled up on West Ham there. It makes no sense. I mean, like, I just literally got out of him the first 2 weeks. This is how swingy the fixtures have been the first couple of weeks. Like, this is how hard it is to build a draft. This is why I don't like wildcarding at the moment. The fixtures don't align for any great team. So you're literally just sitting there picking players based off hope. And that just doesn't feel good. If I'm being honest, it just doesn't feel good. I mean, you could go for Dango. I quite like Dango. But again, Brentford's fixtures are a bit weird, right? Like, Chelsea at home, Fulham away, Man United at home, City at home, West Ham away. I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not fantastic either. I don't know. I feel like that's potentially something I could go for there. But am I happy with it? No, because I still don't know about the fixtures. I still honestly don't know about the fixtures, to be honest with you. But yeah, that would have 0.7 million in the bank there. Just going to get back into the chat really quickly and see what we're going on here. Mickey van der Ven. Might need a forward for next week. Either get rid of Ekatike if Isaac comes or get rid of Gui and someone. I think Gui's going to drop in price this week. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't. Yeah, I can see that definitely happening. I already have 4.5 million in the bank. Munoz coming off the bench for me. I think Mark Gui is going back to Chelsea. I mean, he could, you know, I feel like Jackson doesn't want to go back to Chelsea after that. Bowen is 7.5. I feel like Bowen's going to go back up in price after that haul today. Give the stream a like, people. Thank you, Colm. Anderson looks good. He does. Josh King for Fulham, 4.5, but not yet fixtures. I got, yeah, exactly. That's the problem, Creed. I actually thought Josh King was really unlucky not to return on the week. So let's be honest about that. Caicedo or Dewsbury Hall. I mean, that is realistically the options. I don't really like either of them, to be honest with you. I feel like James Garner could be a real shout out. Like, he is on free kicks and set pieces and stuff for Everton. Potentially he's a decent move, but I'm not sure. Are we wildcarding? I'm probably not, but I'm probably going to sit there and wait. I'll probably just take another -4, to be honest. I'm sick of this team at this point. You know what the funny thing is a double Forest defense probably comes in against Arsenal. That's the kind of season it is at the moment. Semenyo or cover Spurs. That's a tough one. I feel like Spurs just showed their true colours this week. I feel like West Ham probably do Spurs at home as well. I'm doing a free hit and getting Tottenham and Liverpool players. I mean, let's be honest, Spurs were pretty damn bad against Bournemouth at home. They were bad against Bournemouth at home. So I wouldn't be rushing to buy them. And I'm kind of glad I didn't go there this week. Should I go with Haaland for my wild card? I really don't want to because he's playing up. Yeah, I know. I bought Haaland. Realistically, I might even captain him next week in game week 4 against United. I feel like City definitely tear us apart. I feel like United could potentially do something at City as well. It's one of them weird ones. I don't know how to feel about that game at the moment. It's a little bit too far away for me. What to do with double Forest defense, Sells and Murillo? I know. I feel like I want to get rid of them. But like, I am aware they've got good fixtures in 5 and 6. So, all right, so that's the team I'd go there at the moment, right? I'm going to quickly go up here and let's go to pick team for next week. So open link and new tab. Let's go here. And so, yeah, if I went to pick my team next week, how am I going to line up? It's probably DIOUF. It's probably DIOUF on for Dorgu. With that Spurs game. I mean, Cunha's obviously not going to be the captain. It's going to be probably Even Nilsson's probably going to come on for him. So, like, I didn't even, like, realistically, I'll probably have to make a transfer because it looked like Sarr did his hamstring as well. So, I'd have to move one of these bozos out anyway. But it'd be one of those two. Or I'd just move both for a hit. Like, I'm not sure. I'm so open to hits. Like, the hits pay off, right? Like, they literally pay off. So, I'm not against them at all. I mean, it paid itself off tonight. If I'd actually gone Watkins to Haaland instead of Bowen to Haaland, I'd actually be on a way better green arrow as well. So sometimes these things work. It did work. I've covered the -4. I've got the green arrow. Just would have been nice if the captain had hauled. I would have been on a really good game week. I would have been feeling really good about life, but it is what it is. My team has 4 players that are not available next week. Oh, yeah, yeah. If you've got 4 players out, you've probably got to do something. Why don't you free hit next game week? I mean, I could, but I feel like my team's going to go down in value, particularly Cunha, and probably my Forest assets as well. I mean, I think there's going to be a mass Forest sell this game week. So if I free hit, I don't avoid the price drops. So that reason, yeah, I'm not sure sometimes. West Ham is still bad. They just got lucky after all. Was it West Ham was beaten by... Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Reindeers might not be so good, mate. I agree. I did say this when I had Reindeers. I was like, I really just want him as the 8th attacker. Like, I want to bench him most weeks. I should have benched him this week. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, he could have had an assist if Haaland had finished better in the first half, but other than that, he didn't really do much in that game against Brighton. And City are definitely still very much a work in progress. So that's also something we've got to consider as well. But yeah, that's what the team's looking like for next week. Realistically, even Ilson's not going to be captain. It's probably going to be Haaland. And then probably vice captain Gakpo. I mean, you could definitely captain Gakpo, but that's how it looks like at the moment. Like, that's how it would line up in game week 4. I mean, you're not playing Dubravka versus Liverpool, so it has to be Sells versus Arsenal. So the goalkeepers next week just look crap in general. Yeah, I mean, like, who else am I going to play? Dorgu versus Man City, De Kuyper versus Bournemouth. I mean, you could play De Kuyper, but I feel like Forest, the week where everyone doesn't play him, they're going to return. And it could be against Arsenal, man. I haven't been convinced by Arsenal. They're not scoring goals. I know they scored 5 against Leeds, but they struggled against United to create clear-cut chances. And they also struggled against Liverpool tonight. Like, I can't really recall an Arsenal clear chance in that game. I don't know. Maybe the chat saw something different. The team isn't great. 40 points. Man, Max should defo use a chip, mate. Yeah, maybe. Bad week for me, 36 points. I had Spurs and Triple Forest, probably wildcard. Oh, that hurts. Spurs and Triple Forest. I saw Mateta penalty. He ran over, did a celebration, and kicked the corner flag to the ground. Don't know if he got a yellow. Yeah, he got a yellow card for that. FPL Hippie from Blue Sky here. Hello, FPL Hippie. How are you? Wildcard. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'll probably just take another hit this week. I'm open to taking another hit. You should totally invest in some Arsenal defenders, though. Arsenal do not have a good run. They do not have a good run. I know they've got a good defense, right? We'll quickly go back to the transfers again here. And lots of people talking about Arsenal defense, man. I don't rate him. I don't know why people like Gyökeres so much. I think he's looked bang average. He scored 2 goals against the Leeds team that probably going to be fighting relegation. Let's go to Arsenal defenders. So I'll just pull up Calafiori. Like, you tell me why people are picking Arsenal defenders at the moment. Nottingham Forest at home, Man City at home, Newcastle away. Why would you buy an Arsenal defender between now and game week 7? Game week 7, I get it, right? They've got West Ham. It looks really good on paper. But I wouldn't be buying an Arsenal defender until then. I just don't see them keeping a clean sheet. I honestly don't see them keeping a clean sheet over those 3 weeks. What do you think about Sensei as an option? I love Sensei. If I was doing a wild card, I'd 100% have Sensei. So if I was wild carding, I'd go something like this. Then I'd roll my transfers and bring in the Arsenal assets in game week 7. That's what I would do there. Gahey goal today has been amazing as well. All right. Quick reaction stream. I reckon I'm almost done. If there's anyone else that's got any last minute questions, whack them in the chat now because I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go to bed very shortly. What would you consider a free hit? Powerful team you can make. Gets you away from Forest Arsenal. Gives you 3 Liverpool versus Burnley, 3 Crystal Palace versus Sunderland, and even Fulham versus Leeds. Yeah, I mean, if I was free hitting in game week 4, this is probably what I would do, right? So I'd probably get rid of Haaland for this week, to be honest. Let's be honest. I'd probably keep Enzo. Probably keep Kukurea. Probably keep Sensei. Keep Munoz. Probably keep Henderson. I'd probably go with Mateta. All players. So yeah, a free hit draft, I'd probably go something like this. So I'd probably go with Salah. Where's Salah? just because it's a free hit, right? You don't have to sit there and do anything else. So if I was free hitting, this is 100% what I'd do. I don't want to add him to watch this. I just want to add him to the team. There we go. You got 6.8 mil there. Who else has got a good fixture? What did someone say in the chat before? Fulham versus Leeds. There's no really good Fulham players that I really like, to be honest. I'd probably just go... Maybe just go Caicedo. I gotta do that. Henderson and goal, Munoz, Mateta. You'd start you'd play a 3-4-3. Bench Dango. Play Caicedo, Enzo, Mo Salah, Gakpo, Bowen, Ekitike, Mateta. Then you'd play 3 at the back, which would be Kukurea, Munoz, and Senesi. And then you'd play Henderson and goal. Something like that. That's what I would do. Bruno and Mbumo, I'd probably still go Bruno. He's going to get more DC points than Mbumo. Grand total of 31 points, and Cunha captain went to Poo. Yeah, I know. I feel your pain on the Cunha captain, 100% Tamar. Another Triple Forest CS wipeout. I know, it just sucks, doesn't it? What about Anderson? Oh, mate, Anderson does not get DEFCON. I don't know if you're talking about the Anderson from Fulham, potentially, yes. But the Anderson from Nottingham Forest, he's been very unlucky. All right, I'm going to hold it there. Thank you very much for joining. Very quick reaction stream. Finally a green arrow this season. The first, hopefully, of 36 to come. Thanks for watching. I'll see you with my reaction to the game week very shortly. Probably do a video tomorrow just for everyone that's watching. Thanks for joining. That's been FPL D-Unit.